And welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with Draconic Ascent. Our parties found themselves in a bit of a pickle because when don't they? They're always in a pickle. You could sell them at the store for a good amount. The pickled adventures. Anyway, our party has been trying to get through some things, and I'll let Ruben catch you up on what's been going on. Ruben,
Alrighty. So what happened in the last 1.5 sessions? Delving into the darkness of the dungeons underneath the dragon hatchery, we found ourselves face to face with some fiery salamander-like creatures. Uh, Many of them seeming to be in a stupor until provoked, and uh, their maws dripping with a viscous black substance. When we engaged them, they attacked us. We contended with them, avoiding pit fire traps and, well, uh, the sting of their fiery weapons. Eventually, we conquered the initial group of fiery newt creatures uh, and continued to delve into the dungeon. We came across quite a few crossroads and some strange symbols on the ground, seemingly connected to teleportation circles. Unfortunately, they were out of order, so we cannot push one of our companions into it to test it. But we did eventually make our way down the halls and to a small storage room. Unfortunately, said storage room was packed to the brim with more fire newts. As we fought in the enclosed space and cleared out the molten inhabitants, we look upon the spoils of our conquest, as this is where our session continues.
go ahead and take that reward gold.
Mm-hmm.
As the lot of you, Xerxes, you're the only one that really can't see too well. You're in a room with a lot of broken barrels and whatnot, some chests that looks like they've long since been looted. But there are four chests that stand out amongst the other. They look old, seem to be made of this really scorched wood, and you can see it's reinforced with bands of iron that have been darkened by extreme heat exposure. Along those wooden bands as well, you can see charred runes etched into the side of them. Reuben, at least, because I know you speak Draconic, you recognize them as ancient Draconic runes. It's not a dialect that's really used much anymore, but you do still recognize them. It takes a little bit for you to be able to read them, but they are seem to be warning of a danger, like caution, explosive or something, or danger, radioactive, just danger, 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 danger. Doesn't really say what's inside, but you can see these runes, or some of them are still slightly glowing.
All right, guys, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is we hit pay dirt, we got treasure chests. Uh, Bad news is those treasure chests kind of got themselves warning labels on them.
You do
I
also notice one of the crates' lid has been severely damaged, the top of it being splintered inward and part of it even being melted where the iron bands are. As well, there seems to be some kind of purple glow coming up from inside the damaged lid, or from under the damaged lid. Another
Okay.
one looks like its lid has been completely melted shut. So it's going to take a little bit of force to get through that one. The third one seems to just be decaying. It seems to be in better condition than the other two, but it's not too terribly bad. But then there's the third one, which is pristine. Its iron bars aren't darkened. It looks like somebody put it in yesterday. And at the front, right where the lock is, there's this strange wax seal. The wax seal itself seems to be made of interlocking circle, and magics have been worked into it. And at the very center of it, you see a dragon's claw holding around a flaming eye. The iris at the center of it is gold.
Yeah, that I don't need to be a I don't need to be a magician to know that there's some funky magical protection kind of stuff on these chests.
Seeing that one, you can see that the seals were once on all four of these crates, though the other ones seem to have lost theirs or it's been broken.
Okay, so save for the one with the wax seal on it. The others look uh, deactivated or
It
are
looks like the
still
seal was removed. There's the
okay.
runes on the outside warning of danger, and you can see some of the runes themselves are pulsing with a very soft orange light that fades in and out, as if think a light that's flickering.
Okay. Normally this is when we'd have you know have Nimi step up to the plate and unlock the chest with a you know lock picking and whatnot. But I'm thinking we're gonna need second magical opinion. Merlin, as he places a hand on the ground to give Merlin a lift up to examine the chest.
He
Uh,
scampers on to your hand and gives you a little thumbs up.
what do you make of these things? Think we can disarm them? Open them up?
Give me a closer look. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, ready. Just be careful. If those scorch marks are anything to go by, you don't want to take too close a look.
Which one are you going to show him? The one that's just kind of old, the one that's been broken, the ones that had its lid fused to the bottom, or the untouched one?
I will start with let's see here. Which one looks like its trap has been triggered the most?
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't look like it's necessarily trapped. They're sealed with wax, and there's a little bit of magic in the wax. For the one that looks untouched, the other three, the wax seal itself is gone. One of
Okay.
them has the top of it where it's locked is completely melted shut by the heat because it's very hot in here. One looks like it's the lid's been splintered and part of the side of the box has been melted. Like the wood, not hasn't been scorched. It didn't get burnt. Somebody melted the wood of the box, which you can tell by the sigils is reinforced to deal with heat.
Okay. In that case, I'll have Merlin
And then there's
examine.
just the one that's kind of just old. It
Right.
doesn't have
I'll
its
have
seal on it
Merlin.
anymore.
I'll have Merlin examine the untouched one then. See if he can get the most, you know, the one with the most clear view of like before all the craziness happens.
Okay. He starts. Are you showing him specifically the wax sigil, or are you going around the edge of the box? Because he's kind of wherever you gesture him with your hand. His reach isn't very far. He's
Uh,
like a couple inches tall.
we'll start with the wax seal and then go where he directs me to take him.
Okay. What are the other three of you up to during this?
I'm standing at the door, keeping watch in case anybody approaches.
Mm-hmm.
After, after hearing that these boxes could be possibly magically trapped, Lunarata would be kind of like giving a Torquil kind of like a look of like, do you wanna pop one open?
Boss, let the way magical mouse deal with this. And as a matter of fact, anybody here who is squishy, I suggest you step out of the room for a second. just in case the worst happens.
Sizzlewick waves at you from the other, from inside the hallway. She's not in the room at all. She's like, I'm over here.
Yes, you know what? You are very right, and you and Toshinori would make very nice meat shields.
Toshinori steps out of the way as well, so it's not crowding, and he's making sure nothing comes charging down the hallway at the unprotected squishies.
You said there were crates here, right? Like any of them with a loose lid?
Which ones? The four that Ruben's looking at?
No, just the normal ones around here.
The normal ones are completely decimated. You can see, even by a cursory glance, they've either been ransacked in the past, are full of what looks like was once coal, or it's just dust for the most part. A lot of them are very damaged. It's these four chests that stand out.
What about the door that we knocked in? Is it still intact enough that I could pick it up and use it as a makeshift tower shield, just in case something happens?
I mean, you'd have to have both hands on it.
That is the case. So Torque will grab hold of one of the doors, pick it up, and just stand right here and look around. All right, it's all you little buddies.
It's ancient wood, so it wouldn't be the best for holding on, but it's better than nothing.
It withstood kicks from both me, Torquil, both me, Ruben, and us both together. It's fine.
Yeah, but
It's
you've
good
also
enough.
already kicked it and weakened the wood even further. It's beat the shit out of it. So it's
Honestly,
better
this
than
is just
nothing, but not by much.
security theater. That's what this all is.
Alice, calm down. But you see Merlin going over the sigil, the seal on the front. I don't think this is properly enchanted to keep anybody out. More of a mark to show if anybody got in. Think the wax seal on a letter.
Huh.
And
So
it
somebody
looks
tried to
like
open
if
the
somebody
door.
breaks this, most likely that gold marking in the eye would disappear.
Yeah, I see. What about the chests over there? They don't got the wax, so I'm guessing somebody tried to open them up and uh, given given one of them's heat sealed shut and the other one's pretty well broken. Yeah, I'm guessing breaking the seal's a dangerous thing.
Bring me over to that one that's kind of just old. Not any of the broken or melted ones, that third one.
Will do. And I will bring him on over to it.
You see he starts looking over it, taking his time, double checking and then triple checking to make sure there's absolutely no threat to the people around him, because better safe than sorry when it comes to your party's lives. You can still see the mark from the sigil. I don't think that these ones were opened in that way. It looks like time slowly degraded the sigil. The magic failed and it fell off.
So, you're saying they're safe to open then? Yeah, if we can get them open, I mean.
I mean, as safe as opening any box that says danger on it. But as far as I can tell, I don't see any traps. That's what you're asking.
Alrighty. Ruben will look over towards Torquil and say, hey, Torquil.
Right. And Torquil lets the door drop and walks over.
This box over here, the one that's been, completely sealed shut by, the locks melting and whatnot. I feel like that would be the easiest for guys like us to just break open since, no locking mechanism, nothing tricky like that, just cracking it open like an egg kind of deal.
Right. And Torquil, I believe someone gave Torquil a crowbar at some point. Well, no, a sledgehammer for digging. A while back, someone gave, what's her name? The one with the guns.
Bonnie.
Bonnie?
Bonnie, yeah. Bonnie gave Torquil pickaxes and the sledgehammer. So Torquil takes out the sledgehammer.
You see Merlin immediately start to wait. He said, wait.
Oh, good luck. What?
Maybe hitting a chest that says danger is a bad idea.
Well, I was not gonna hit the chest. I was gonna hit the lock.
There's not a lock.
I thought Ruben said there was a melted lock, like it was.
There's on one of them. One is partially open already. One of them's kind of fine, and its lock is kind of fine. The other one has the lock covered by the seal.
Okay.
But it still says danger on it, which is why Merlin's concerned. Because they don't know what's inside.
Okay, then how you suggest I get this blaster thing open? Anyone got a crowbar?
Well, we could check the one that's already open.
All right, let's pry that one open then.
You won't even need to pry over it. The lid's partially collapsed.
Okay.
Well, then Torque will walk over to it. Which one is it?
It is the one on the far left.
Oh, it was right in front of it. All right, so Torque will pry his big old sausage fingers inside there and try to lift the thing open.
You hear Merlin again. Hold on. We don't know what's inside. It might do damage to uncovered skin.
Hold on. Oh wait. Cece, would you agree that technically speaking, my eye can be taken out and still be used? Because all it
No.
says is once it's attuned. No.
That player in this campaign try to do that same thing.
Hmm.
You see Merlin take out a set of gloves. Dragonhide.
That's
he
a
puts
really
them on.
tiny dragon.
Well, it's a lot more.
Must have been
It's
a-
cheaper when I'm this small. You don't need much leather.
All right. Come here, wheel lad. And Circle holds out his hand. I'll help you up.
I mean, he's
He's
still
already here.
standing in Rupert's hand.
Yep,
Oh.
Ruben will form a bridge to Torquil's hand with his hand.
He scampers across. Just put me on the
Oh.
edge.
Torquil holds his hand down to the edge, basically looking like a goddamn heavy elevator for this little mouse.
You see he puts his little fingers over the edge and starts looking into the crevice where y'all see that purple glow coming off, taking their time, looking around, trying to get it from all angles, asking you to move a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left, a little bit higher and a little bit lower. They are doing their due diligence to not get Torquil blown up. Looks like there's a bunch of ash in here, blackened straw, but I think there's something at the bottom. Hard to see though. You see he kind of sticks his head in to look around the bottom of the lid itself, trying to see if there's any traps or anything you can't see from the inside. Okay, I think you can remove this lid. But do it slowly and carefully. Try to avoid jostling.
Right. Oh, and Torquil will lift his arm up to his shoulder and let the mouse sit there.
Oh, he jumps on the edge of the crate where he's sitting on some of the wood shards. Reuben, can you help make sure it doesn't go anywhere?
On it. And
we'll
Ruben
need
will
a sleight of hand check from whoever is going to be moving it.
Ooh.
Because this is all
Moving
about
it
the
or opening the lid?
steadiness. Either.
I've got a +1 on sleight of hand, so what do you
I
have?
also do. I have the same
You'll have
amount of
advantage
dexterity as
from
you.
your friend, but
I don't have proficiency in it.
Well, neither do I. So
Sleight of hand.
Yep.
I could actually help out with that. I have a 4.
Wait, you said we have advantage?
and then Toshinori outside has a 5 if you want to use it.
Oh. Toshinori dear, could you pop in for a second?
There's a grunt before he moves back. He
Ah,
looks
there's a
in through
good
the
dog
door.
person.
He gives you a stare.
Ludoretta, stop antagonizing the dog.
I said nothing of consequence.
Toshinori, lad, we need your hands are pretty fast. We're gonna need you.
Somebody will need to watch the outside then.
I'm staying out here. I'll watch the hallway.
You're one of the squishies he's trying to protect.
You know, you do make a good point.
He's looking
Torkel, you got
specifically to Torkel and Ruben.
Torkel,
I mean,
you got a good grip on the bottom of this thing.
Hey, this thing ain't going nowhere.
All right, I can take duty.
good call. I think we do need someone with at least some depth perception.
I think you mean dark vision. My depth perception is just fine.
With the one eye.
I got a magic one.
Luckily, I got two, and both of them got dark vision, so not seeing anything
Hey.
just yet.
You see Toshinori carefully, with your assistance, Torquil, move the lid off. It takes both of y'all holding the lid to lift it up off the crate without jostling the container too much, because the lid's a good bit heavier than it looks.
I basically sit my ass down on the ground, wrap my legs and arms around the box, adding how heavy is Torkel?
He needs your help with the lid
300
itself,
pounds. Oh,
because the lid is off balance, and he wants to get it up.
oh, then I just use my legs to wrap around the box to keep it steady. 300 pounds of counterweight would keep anything steady.
Still need your help on the lid, not the box.
No, I know. I'm using my hands to lift the lid.
So you're just trying to crush it with your thighs on the rest of the box?
Yes, I'm being that person. This
Hey,
is a thigh
watermelon
day.
man. But he slowly moves it up. Let's see what he rolls. He is going to get a 15, which is indeed going to successfully get the lid up and off as he turns it to the side and gently lays it off to the left. Torquil, now you can see the entirety of this chest. It seems to be filled with this blackened old straw. Some of it looks rotted, but it looks really, really old. You see Merlin reach in and pick up some of it up, and it immediately turns to ash. But more interestingly, there's some kind of violet light coming from the very bottom.
Well, what in the seven hells is that then?
I don't know. May I borrow your hand?
Torkel will hold out his hand.
You see Merlin jumps onto it. Would you lower me?
Torkel kind of like angles his arm like the scoop of a. Well, I don't know the word. I can't remember the word is, but I lowered him down into the box toward the glow.
You see he has to push his way through some of the blackened hay, moving ever so slowly and carefully through, giving you short commands as when to move a couple inches by inches, making sure you don't hit anything weird, and looking under your finger to make sure you're not hitting anything there. But after a little bit, you feel your whatever's in his hand get a little bit heavier. Okay, pull back.
I lift him out of the crate.
As you see when he pulls out in Merlin's hand, there is this tiny shard of this strange, almost clear gemstone that seems to pulse with a inner glow, which is that purple light you saw. This one, however, seems to be really sporadic. It doesn't have a very steady glow going out and then coming back, flickering as much as a dying fire. It's about the size of neither of the big boys in the room, but say Xerxes' thumb. So it's really small as Merlin's looking it over.
Well, that's a shiny bubble, isn't it? Any idea what it is, little buddy?
No. It looks like it has some kind of residual warmth, but not bad enough that it'd burn. There's more of them in there.
Anybody got a sack or something?
Are we planning on taking these with us? Anything, I'm starting to wonder if this was some sort of, I don't know, explosives room for these inhabitants.
Oh, so you're thinking it might be some sort of bomb?
Could
Just
be, I suppose.
just based on what we've seen from those other boxes. How many of those little devices are in that chest?
It's not really a device, it's more of just a gemstone, a broken gemstone.
Okay,
Not sure. There's
how many
definitely a
of
couple down there.
uh hmm.
I saw the remains of what looks like smaller chests. Looks like they were packaged on their own, but the wood's degraded and fallen through.
Well, we could probably test to see if it's an explosive by going back out into that cavern and tossing it against one of the walls.
And we don't know what that would do. Probably a bad idea.
Should we leave it well enough alone until we're able to properly identify these things?
Yeah, I say we take it along. Never hurts to have a little extra firepower, and we bring them to Bonnie. She figures out what they are, and maybe we find a way to make the most out of them.
Hey, but how do we transport it safely? I don't think any of us have a padded chest on us.
Well,
One word about padded chests, Lunaretta.
no, I'm trying to think of a plan just because if we bring honestly, it sounds like someone's gonna have to draw the short straw and just take the risk of taking all of them if we are planning on bringing them along.
Reuben raises a hand and just says, I call dibs.
Don't you use fire magic from time to time?
That I do, which makes this just within my wheelhouse.
Or a very easy way to light a fuse if you catch my drift. Hmm.
I might have an idea. I don't know if it's a good one, but I got one.
Mm-hmm.
Oracle will stoop down, placing the Merlin down on one of on the floor, reach into his pack and start rummaging around. Where in the hells is it? And he pulls out his mess kit, which comes in like a little box, right?
I mean, it is a little box.
Yeah, so it's a little box. He's going to open up the box, dump out the various stuff that's inside a mess kit. I'm guessing it's plates, a cup, a fork, and stuff.
Look at mess kit. There was some weird stuff with it.
A cup and simple cutlery. The box clamps together, and one side's going to be used as a cooking pan.
Yep.
So it basically is just a little box that can clasp. That has a top that you can clasp together. He's going to take it. He's going to take some of the shawl he wears. You know the heavy cloak he wears.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to cut off some of it, stuff the box with it, and hold out the box to Merlin. There, it's also in here.
He gently places the small shard into the box.
I'll take another cutting off my coat. Y'all owe me a new coat, by the way. And stuffs it on top of the gem, closes it, and puts it back in his pack. This is my favorite gambling cloak.
We could buy you a new one, but thank you for your noble sacrifice.
Yeah. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow up in my face.
Well, out of most of us here, you would probably take the brunt of it and come out the other end relatively fine.
Hey, if one of us was going to survive a blast, it would probably be me or Ruben, to be frank.
I am pretty resilient like that.
Hey. So are we going to check the rest of these crates, or should we move on?
Well, he looks to Merlin. Think we can help out the other one safely?
Most likely, but they likely have the same thing. Same warnings on the side.
Some of these things have the explosives in them as well. I think it'd probably be safer just to carry them out as is.
Could be. This one doesn't look like it'd be carryable, though. That third one, maybe not either. 2 and 4 might be able to, though. Definitely 4.
Personally, I say we leave well enough alone and continue to search that around this place. We got a lot of other doors to get to.
Might be a
Yes,
way
like
to
that
carry
one
things
that
while we're in here.
we left behind.
Might be something worth that could help us carry them on here too.
Fair enough. Well, we'll put a mental note on where this room is so we don't leave the stuff behind. But we'll move forward.
There's a nod from Merlin.
All right, me lad. And Torquil will hold out a hand for him. Let's get going.
He scampers up onto your shoulder. Oh, this is really high.
Hey, come on over to my shoulder then.
You see as you're going out the door, Torquil, he just launches himself into the air and lands on Ruben's shoulder, scampering. His nails kind of scratching against Ruben's armor before catching himself, and he rights himself back at the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for Merlin, that's like a 10 feet drop.
We thank you for riding air, Torquil. We know you have a choice between riding people. We think we choose Torquil.
You're welcome.
All right, let's continue forward before Lunaretta makes a riding people joke.
But I made that way too easy.
Hey, CC, you mind moving, dude? I'm stuck.
Boop. Dude's on the
Did you-
move.
By the by, I was only going to think about that joke. I'm not so crass as of voice it. Thank you
yeah,
very
you are.
much. Yep. Go right ahead, Torquil.
Alice.
That being said, I'm feeling a little picky. Any of y'all's got a healing for me before we possibly start another combat? I'd like to get out bloodied.
I
Ruben
Dude
will
has a
come up
grand
and
total
he'll
of
give
2
you
spells.
I have 2 level 2 spell slots.
Ruben will come up to you, Torquil, and he'll give you a slap on the back for 10 points of lay on hands healing.
Thank you, Ruben. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I don't think Ruben's a scholar.
Assuming this place is either fine or we're able to clear it out nice and quick, may I suggest start looking at the rooms we've explored for potential resting spots.
You've been in a
I was
grand
thinking
total
about
of 2 rooms. This one you're in, and the one you were in.
And we're already running dry.
I was thinking about that in the other room, but I didn't feel like taking a rest amongst a bunch of possible explosives. So I'll keep it in consideration.
This one may be the pillow room.
Hey, let's hope. And Torquil will try the door, and like just to see if it's locked.
It is not.
Torkel opens it up and takes a peek inside.
Go ahead and open it.
I can't.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
You see, this is what looks to be some old shelving units. You see ancient pickaxes, some shovels, some barrels of ancient coal, ancient lanterns, and stuff like that. Absolutely covered in cobwebs, too.
Ah,
And there's some
the old
water.
storage ship.
Some really old, dusty water.
I'm assuming just based on how old these things are, all the pickaxes and shovels are rusted to shit. The wood
Yes.
is rotted and all that stuff. Okay, so there's nothing in here that's usable.
Not really.
All right. Well, here you go, little Reto. This is a potential resting spot right here.
Yes, and may I just say that, but based on what I'm looking at, dare I say that the original tenants, well, you could say that they were crafting mines, eh? Eh? And she'll give a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to Torkel.
That joke made absolutely no sense, little Reto. I thought you were a bard.
Yeah,
Crafting
you have a
mines?
point. I don't know why. It's I felt possessed to say that, but you have a perfectly good point.
Let's just move on.
Oh well.
I'm t- God, I'm tempted to drink that nasty old water to wash the taste of that joke out of my mouth. See right there? That's a joke.
As
Biting
Torque
my
rolled
tongue,
out sort
biting
of
my
in the
tongue.
background.
Aw.
Torque
What'd
just
you say?
walked on Ruben.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I thought I was walking around.
Yeah, watch where you step, big guy.
He stepped on your foot.
Sorry, little buddy. It's hard to see. It's even with this light on my sword, it's still kind of hard to see in here.
I just lucky you stepped on my foot. We don't want you stepping on any more of them fire traps.
Hey, I don't see any more runes or anything around here, do I?
You don't actually know what you're looking for. Nimi's the one that pointed him out. There's
Yeah,
not.
but
They're
weren't they
not magically visible.
Oh, oh no.
The only reason you knew where the other ones were is because Nimi had told you exactly where they were.
Ah. Well, in that case, before we continue on, because I don't think anyone was over here recently, Torkel is going to use his last magical awareness just to be sure he doesn't accidentally step on a trap, because he just got healed.
Gotcha. Roll it. Or roll the ability so I can see it.
Where the fuck are you?
Yep, that's what I thought. Hey, Torkel, look next to you.
God. Thank God I didn't go further.
You also pick up on a second one back near Sizzlewick.
Oi,
That's the wrong
Sizzlewick.
layer. Hang on. There you go.
I'll call back. Oi, Sizzlewick, watch out to your left. There's another one of those goddamn traps symbols on over there. And one right next to me. Everyone will be aware.
There's a nod.
And I don't sense anything over here. The range is 60 feet.
That isn't behind total cover.
Alright, so before my spell wears off, I'm gonna run over and open the door. Do I sense anything?
You do. Actually. You feel some magic coming from in the distance down that way. And something else you notice, the ground here looks to be made of cooled magma, almost made out of obsidian.
Anything of note?
Well, it looks like we found what they were mining.
Ruben will peek his head for the door to get a better look.
This whole place looks like it was a magma chamber at some point.
Well, I suppose we were just right next to a river of lava. Stands to reason that we may be seeing some residuals.
Hey. So
Torquil, you're standing on a wall, by the way.
so this is the wall.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so over here is. So I thought over here all this was just like an open area.
Nope. Only
Okay,
that
so
dark
this
spot
wavy,
on the ground is the ground. Rest is the wall that goes. Yeah.
it's like the wavy shit. That's the floor.
Yep.
Okay, so Torquil
Oh. Okay.
has a sword out. He's continuing forward. His ability has ran out, so any other magical bullshit will just sneak up on him.
You feel faint magic coming from two of the chests that look similar to the ones you saw way back behind, but the magic feels very, very weak.
Oh, we got magma. Magma.
So you think this mine is still active?
Well, I think that depends on what they were mining for.
By the
I
looks
mean,
of it, those
I may have some
shards.
dwarven.
By the looks of it, those shards. Look up. You see Merlin point up to the wall, and where you see a small crystal formation coming out that seems to be giving off the same purple glow as the things you found in the chest.
Oh well, here's the source of those fuckers.
But then there's the question: if the mine hasn't been tapped dry yet, where the mine is?
They might have
I
grown
believe we
back
may
in the
have
time.
fought them.
They might have grown back in the time the mine was inactive.
Hey, I had some. With Torquil's dealings with I'm sure he's dealt with dwarves at some point. I mean, they're pretty good gamblers, right?
Sometimes,
With
yeah.
this, with it. I've met a couple of dwarves who said some mines can replenish themselves. I didn't believe it. I thought it was just drunk talk, but I guess it's true.
Give it enough time, couple thousand years. It's only a couple generation of dwarves.
Hey, long live, long be the bastards. They would know, wouldn't they?
Especially if it's growing off of some kind of inane magic. Might be coming from that. Those would grow back faster than normal materials.
Hey, fellows, there seems to be a roundabout up this way. I'm assuming this goes around.
Mhm.
But be careful. There's a pool of active lava right here. Do not fall. Do not fall in.
Do not
Y'all are
trip
starting to
Ruben.
feel
Understood.
it is getting hot.
It's getting hot in here. Thank God I wear barely any clothes.
Agreed.
I will be unable to go further. You hear from
Not that
Toshinori,
I found.
the big furry bastard.
That's fine. That's
Oh,
fair. Stay back and guard the entrance then.
Because
well,
his fur is thick enough, he could probably deal with cold weather relatively well, but heat like this, he's going to struggle in.
all right. We will make a note to shave Toshinori for his own convenience later on.
Ruben
You
will look
hear
to
a
his shoulder
growl.
to Merlin.
No, seriously, talk like that is gonna make him shit in your bed, bro.
That's
Ruben
rather
will look
uncouth.
to Ruben will look to his shoulder to Merlin and say, How about you, little guy? Yeah, I know you got full body fat too. You doing all right?
Mine's not as thick. I'll be fine. Dude's flipping through the air. He's happy as can be.
Yeah, I guess us cold blood types are kind of yeah, a little bit of heat is a welcome reprieve.
I mean, I ain't enjoying it either. My people are used to a colder environment. This sucks for me, but I'm fine.
Yeah,
Torkel, as you're
actually,
moving
it
around,
isn't too cold for me either.
you see
Hmm?
a problem.
Orc will immediately holds out a hand for everyone to shut up and stop.
As you see, there is a source of light back here.
Have I moved far enough for them to be able to see us past the rocks? They're right here.
I mean, you can see the light. Yeah, they can't see you yet.
Okay. What in the fuck are those things?
You see what looks like people made of towering fire.
Oh.
Torkel will gesture for everyone behind him to back up so we can discuss this. Just like, get the hook, look.
Ruben,
Hey, no shoving.
backpedal. Around the corner.
Hey, all right. It seems that we got some farty fuckers up there,
Mm-hmm.
and by fiery I mean I mean made of fire.
So more fire than the fire lizards.
Oi, literally made of fire. I'm pretty sure those things were just really hot. These things are fire incarnate.
Could be an
And I
elemental.
highly doubt. Sorry.
Looks like we're
And I
moving into.
highly doubt.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
And I highly doubt hitting them would come with zero consequence.
Might
Hey,
be
my sword could. Okay.
elementals. Probably from the innate heat in the area. Looks like we're getting into volcanic area.
Hey, so I don't personally. I think we should just leave these folks alone. They're not. They ain't part of what's going on down here. I don't think they're just part. They're just part of the area, right? Nolan?
Not sure. They could have been put here as guardians to keep an eye on something, using the creature's natural habitat as to your advantage. It's not unheard of. Elementals get bound to magical artifacts all the time.
Ah, damn. Well, show of hands. Who here's got a magical weapon to deal with these fuckers? And Torkel raises his hand.
I have a
Very
magical
good.
personality.
You have a cursed personality, and we all know it.
Yeah, I've got a bit of holy magics, but nothing that can last more than a few seconds.
Realistically speaking, we should just assume that this way at least. Well, we have to assume that they just won't want us to come by, seeing as we are more or less also intruders.
Hey,
Uh, I'm I'm going to put out the suggestion that I think we should take something of a breather in at least that mining room that we found, because we at least know what's here, and well, we can assume that there's more salamanders or even worse things in the other direction. I think we should at least be a little bit at closer to our peak.
hey, I ain't going to argue that. Counter argument though. We should probably take care of that one salamander bastard we saw down the other hallway before we take our rest.
I do want to check out the end of that hall. If I'm reading our path right, it looks like that section of hallway may loop back into these mines.
Hey, that's also a possibility. So, hands up. Who wants to go? Who wants to go deal with the salamander bastard? Torque raises his hand once again.
Ruben will second that.
I'll third it.
Xerxes, you want to make this unanimous? Unless the NPCs have an idea.
They're kind of neutral.
All right. Zerk.
Yeah, sorry. I had to go get a drink real quick.
No worries. So we're deciding to go back towards the other hallway to deal with that other salamander and check what's down that way. You good with that?
Sounds good to me.
Fantastic. All right.
Say that again.
Let's get going then.
Watch your step.
Dorsanori, decide not to go down that way. Fire elementals, don't you know?
There's a nod.
First Torquil, now Ruben. We're all just stepping on each other now.
I just imagine like we're all like trying to squeeze our way through the door frame at the same time.
All right. Oh, I think this was within 60 feet of where I was before when I first activated. Yes, it was. Did I sense anything over here?
It was over total cover because you got the wall in the way.
Okay, fair enough.
You would have got like right at the
Well, hopefully
entrance, but not much past that. As you get there, you can see in the dark two salamanders in armor gently rocking side to side.
Do they see us?
They haven't turned to look yet, like the others hadn't.
So they're facing like into the room or like.
Oh no,
Which
this one
direction
on
are they
the
facing?
in front of the door is facing right at you.
And he's not doing anything.
This guy's facing that way, that guy's facing that way.
You didn't indicate which way it was facing. You just said that way.
You didn't see the ruler?
No, I saw the ruler for that one. Yeah, for that one, yes, but not for the other one.
Yeah, they're both facing kind of down towards this hallway.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see how this works out. Ruben, you want to step up with me, buddy?
Yeah, alrighty.
And remember, there's a thing to the right, so that Doshinori, watch out for it.
Actually, now that you mention it, maybe it's better that they come towards us and trigger anything that we aren't seeing.
Hey, fair point. Torko clears his throat. Oh, you W bastards! Get over here and fight us, you fox!
They immediately snap to look at you, and everything goes to hell very quickly as they come charging forward. Boop.
Well, we're prepared for it. We're standing ready.
Hot gauge 300 type shit.
Hey. Ooh. That's a good roll.
Well, better than my last ones, at least.
Toshinori is going to hold his ground. Torkel.
Alright. Torkel will also hold his action for the first time one of those things comes within range. And as soon as one does, he's slashing the fuck out of it recklessly.
Gotcha. Well, that is going to bring us to this guy. What are you going? you are going to come here. And he is going to blast fire at Torgal. Torgal, I need a deck save.
God damn it! You didn't come within range of me. All right. Well, and I think that this is a spell, so this would give me an advantage on this.
It is not a spell.
Is it not? Is it not a spell?
Mm-hmm. And what would give you advantage? You're a Goliath.
1 second. Well, yeah, but I'm also a barbarian. Remember?
Oh, you mean from the
Um,
deck save? I thought you meant because it was magic.
Well, yeah, because of fuck, where is it?
Danger sense,
sense.
which is just about incoming danger. Magic doesn't have anything
Yeah,
with it.
dexterity. I have advantage on dexterity throws, like effects I can see, such as traps and spells.
Yeah, I thought you were specifically talking about like the Yuan-Ti's magic resistance.
No, I don't have that. Wait, so I don't have advantage on this?
You do.
It's not a spell?
That's what I
Okay.
was saying. It being a spell doesn't matter.
All right. 19.
That's gonna save. So you are gonna take half as much damage as the flames scorch your side. You are gonna take 2 fire damage.
2. Thank you. Ah, you cowardly bastard. Get over here.
Merlin is gonna go. I'm a wizard. Fuck you. He is gonna try to blast it as it breaks over the armor, and the spell dissipates as it splashes off, not affecting them. Ruben,
Whoa.
All right, Ruben is going to first pluck Merlin off his shoulder and hand him off to Lunaretta. You're gonna want to stay out of melee range, little buddy. Things are about to get dicey, as Ruben is going to advance and take a swipe at the fire lizard.
gotcha.
He is going one-handed with his battle axe. That is just a 9.
Gotcha. You see, despite their earlier catatonic state, he seems very skilled with his blade, moving it up and catching yours on the haft, pushing it away and stopping the attack from coming in.
Okay. So that is. Let's see, I don't have the extra attack yet, so yeah, that is Ruben's turn for right now.
That brings us to Doot. Doot's on the way. Doot's gonna go over here. He's gonna take the help action. There you go. Circuses.
So I'm good to walk this way, right?
You will be squeezing, so things will attacking you have advantage.
Okay.
And you'll
So
have
I'm
disadvantage on
going-
like deck saves.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here because I can shoot over Dude, right? Like this. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy. Let me get my sheet pulled back up real quick.
You have advantage on that shot.
Oh, word.
Because Dude took the advantage or took the help action.
Oh, heard.
That's gonna hit. As you get in the soft part of the armor, breaking through underneath the pauldron and the spell digging into his shoulder, there's no cry of pain or even acknowledgement of the damage.
Well, before I end my turn, I'm going to step behind Torquil, and that's it.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Lunaretta.
Yeah. Question: Is this a wall here?
Yeah, you can squeeze,
It
but
is.
you have if you stay there, you'll have disadvantage on dex saves and strength saves, and creatures will have advantage on attacking you.
Damn. Oh, I'm sorry. What's this disarm symbol or like?
It means they've used an ability that they need to
Okay.
recharge.
Okay. Let's see here. I think. All right. Let's see. If a creature moves away for any reason, right, or at least like if they voluntarily move away, Ruben would get an attack of opportunity, right?
If you're trying to
Okay.
use the dissonance one, that is force movement.
Yes. Dissonant whispers.
Did
Yeah,
we just lose somebody
so-
from the call?
Yeah, it was
It
spectator.
was a spectator.
Oh, I didn't even know we had one.
Yeah, Ollie.
Yeah, but I will cast Dissonant Whispers on the one next to Ruben at 2nd level.
Okay.
And boop.
So wisdom save, I think.
Yes.
Alrighty. You feel the spell attempt to take hold when you don't find really much to grip onto. It's hard for the spell to take hold, and it's very easy for them to push it off.
Okay, understood.
You think they might have advantage against spells like that?
Okay, but did they still take damage?
Half.
I think it takes half. Yeah.
Yeah. As you notice, it does even less than you were expecting. Instead of the 7, it does 3 damage.
Okay, understood. That'll be the turn.
That brings us to Sizzlewick. Sizzlewick's gonna come over here. Sizzlewick's gonna throw over a spell. Toshinori's here. I need Sizzlewick. Sizzlewick's gonna go for a 7 sting. They don't really care about doing damage all that much. That's not really their concern, but that is gonna hit, as it is going to knock this guy prone and deal a total of 4 necrotic damage. That brings us to this guy, who is going to step forward, drawing his blade, and he is going to attack Doot. It is an 8 and an 11. Doot flies around the blade, being too quick for the lizard. As Ruben, you see another lizard approach from the dark, spitting fire at you.
Oh no.
I need a dex save.
Coming right up.
That
Ah,
is
these
going to be a
rolls.
fail. You're not resistant to fire damage, right? Don't think kobolds
Nope.
get that?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's what I thought. So Sizzlewick is going to use an ability in the back. Sizzlewick is going to activate her Arcane Ward, giving you a shield of 9. They do 12 fire damage. The shield immediately breaks, but only 3 of it gets through to you.
Hat. Ruben endures.
That is going to bring us to Toshinori. This Toshinori is going to lunge forward, getting past Doot, taking advantage of the fallen individual to attack with his blade, giving him advantage, as he is going to try to bring it down with a Great Weapon Master attack. He is going to get a 17, which is going to hit. He is going to do 25 total damage, which does not kill him, as he rams the blade into the meat of the shoulder and tries to rip it up towards the throat, but the lizard is able to get their blade in the way and stop it from getting really into dangerous territory. Looks like a serious wound, though. Torkel.
Alright, Torkel will head this way, squeeze past here. So I'm right here.
Also, the other thing about squeezing is it gives difficult terrain.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because you're squeezing and not moving as quickly.
Does it also give me disadvantage on attack rolls?
If you're in that square when you attack, yes.
Ah. Okay, so you know what? Is this squeezing like on over here?
Yes.
God dang it.
But you can move past that easier than the right side.
Okay, so I'll
Like
go
with
over here
Toshinori,
and head right here. So I have flanking with Toshinori on this guy.
That is a good place to be.
I'm going to recklessly slash at this guy.
That is going to hit.
For 14. Is there one I can? Okay, no. So yeah, and that's all I can do. I don't have any rages left.
Gotcha. That brings us to this newt here, who is going to get back onto his feet, shoving Toshinori's blade away, and then he is going to attack Ruben. It's a 19 and a 16. I think just the 19 hits. Ruben,
That's
you're
right.
going to take 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
As he darts in and gets a nick on your, just above your hip.
Okay. Brings up the shield on the second strike, though, so that gets deflected.
Yep. That'll bring us to Merlin. Where is Merlin? Merlin's back there. Merlin is going to take a shot at the one that just stood up. He is going to get a 26 as he gets him full in the face, dealing 5 force damage as you see this one collapse into fire. Ruben.
All right. Ruben's going to leap over the flames of the fallen fire newt, and he is going to take a swing at the one back here.
Gotcha. It
Oof.
yet again is going to manage to get up and block you, knocking the axe out of the way before catching you in the chin with an elbow.
Son of a...
Anything else?
As a bonus action, Ruben is going to use his last spell slot.
Okay.
And he is going to cast Thunderous Smite on his weapon.
Do you want to do
next
that
time
after you use your attack, or wait until next turn when you can use it before and don't have the risk of losing it?
Yeah, actually, good point. I'll hold that for now, then.
Just because concentration, you'll have to concentrate it for the full turn with the guy standing next to you.
Right.
But
yeah, that's Ruben's turn then.
that brings us to Dude. Dude's gonna go, I got your head, and tries to wrap around this guy's neck and throttle him. Taking the help action. Xerxes.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy.
You have advantage immediately using it.
Oh man, I forgot to enable it. Rolling again.
That is going to splash off the thick armor.
And I'm going to take a step this way, and that's gonna be it for my turn.
Snooneretta.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. And I think what I'll cast is let's see, actually. On this one right here, I'm gonna do a vicious mockery.
Gotcha.
Ass.
Once again, you find it hard to press into them. The magic not taking hold.
feel like that worked before. Okay, and yeah, that'll be a turn.
It's probably because I forgot to do something. That's going to bring us to Sizzlewick, who's going to attempt to recharge. They are going to fail. They get the reaction back, though. They are going to step this way up with Xerxes. They're going to shoot the guy on the left. Going for a sapping sting. They are going to succeed, so they remain standing. That brings us to the new Torquil. Why do you have disadvantage?
Oh, it was to signify that any attack on me has advantage.
You're not squeezing right now. Or that's
Yeah.
not reckless.
Reckless.
That's reckless. The purple heart.
Oh, sorry, that was the doom symbol. I was like confused for a second.
Yeah. The red dice is for when you have disadvantage.
I'm gonna see the doom song. Doom, 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 doom.
But this guy is going to attack Torquil. He has advantage.
Yeah. So where is it? There you are. Target.
That is a crit and a 13.
Yay!
So that crit is going to hit. Dishing out a total of 9 slashing damage.
And how much together with the other damage? You said you said you tracked. Did you attack twice?
Yeah, he missed with the second attack. It had a 13 to hit. You have an AC of 14.
All right, and just because I don't want to take that, I'm going to use Stone's Endurance on that. DC 12, my con modifier. Fucking wonderful. So I take out of that 9, I take 4, so 5 damage.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, done.
Brings us to the other one, who is going to attack Reuben, lashing out with his blade. That is a 22 and an 11. The first
Once
one
again,
getting in and
miss.
taking a small slash on your upper arm, dishing out a total of 7 damage.
Okay. Still hanging in there.
Well, this will then bring us to Toshinori. Toshinori is going to attack through flanking. He doesn't have advantage this time, so he's going to turn off Great Weapon.
He still has flanking though.
Flanking just gives a +2, and these guys are heavily armored. It's going to be an 18, so he is going to hit for 11 damage. He is going to bloody that guy. Which brings us to Torquil.
All right, Torquil will once again recklessly attack him. 25.
It's going to hit. It's actually a 27. But he is still standing.
And I think there was a bonus action I wanted to try doing before. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action second wind just to get my health points up.
Okay.
And what does second wind do again? It was 1d10 plus my fire level, so 7, 8. So that brings it up to 40. Here we go. That's it.
That's going to bring us to Merlin. Merlin's going to shoot the guy Torquil and Toshinori are fighting. Well, bang! That is a 19. Merlin's going to get him in the back, just under the helm, dealing 9 damage. As this guy goes up in flames as well.
You know what? I should have held a movement. Live and learn.
That will then bring us to Reuben.
Alrighty. So yeah. Like before, Ruben's gonna first use a bonus action to to cast Thunderous Smite on his weapon. He is then going to take a sweep at the fire newt in front of him one last time.
Okay.
Come on, big money, big money. 16.
That is going to hit.
Alrighty. That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Plus
Should I use the thunder
3,
damage from
12.
there, or yeah?
And what
So
else does
12
Thunderous
and-
do? Push back, I think.
That is correct. It has to succeed on a strength save or be knocked back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Gotcha. He is going to fail and go flying. But Ruben, there is a problem. As you hear that spell go off, you hear it echo throughout the area. And you hear a lot of movement.
Probably should have gone with one of the other ones.
And we just finished Ruben's turn. Anything else from Ruben?
In light of the sound of movement coming towards him, he's going to look to the others, point down the corridor, and say, "Go back, go back, go back, go back." And he is going to start serpentining his way through his friends in that direction.
Gotcha. Anything else?
Nope, that is action, bonus action, movement.
Torquil, you see this door burst open. And more lizards as this one dashes forward.
God damn it.
Brony.
The second one comes dashing out. The third comes dashing out. He stops here and he's going to spit fire at Toshinori. Where's the thing? Toshinori needs to make a save. Toshinori needs to make a dex save. Toshinori gets a 15. So Toshinori is going to dodge, so he's only going to take 4 fire damage. That brings us to Doot, who's going to come... Doot's fucking running. He's flying his happy ass back over here. Because that looks like a lot of fucking trouble, and Ruben said run. So that's what he's doing. As another lizard comes rushing forward, attacking Toshinori. Swoop, swoop. That is a 17 and a crit. Toshinori will block the first one, but he's going to get hit by the second. He is going to take... that is 11 down to 5. Xerxes.
Which sphere is it for shatter for the token thing? Because I remember you said to use the thing. Is it the 3x3, the 4x4?
I'll grab it. Give me a second. You should have access to it now.
Sounds good. That hits all 4 of those people, right?
It only hits one person.
Okay, I see. Then
It's effectively
this-
going to hit the bottom 2, the middle 4, and 2 on each side.
Mhm.
You need to have more than
So-
half of the square
Okay,
covered
I
with
see.
the icon.
I see. But like this, I'm hitting those 3, right?
Correct.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'll go ahead and roll it.
Let me look at something. Were you putting that low to the ground or kind of in the middle?
Sort of in the middle.
Gotcha. Alrighty. That is going to... What save is that? Constitution save? Constitution save. That is 2 of them gonna save. This guy in the middle is going to fail. So he is gonna take 17 damage. The other 2 are gonna take 8. That's not the biggest problem. You see the ceiling above you get massively cracked. You think if much more force gets pushed onto it, the ceiling will start collapsing.
Understood. Well, that's it for my turn.
Alrighty, actually, I'm going to leave this here so I remember it was here.
Sounds good.
Lunaretta.
So Ruben's dipping. Xerxes just cast Shatter, I believe it was.
Yep.
Right. Hey. Oops, what's damage? Right. Well, I guess I'm gonna make it nice and simple, and I'm gonna start running. Because actually, Xerxes, did you move
He did not.
further away? You didn't move. Okay.
Nope. I'm not afraid.
Oh, I want to get stabbed. So I'm gonna take the difficult terrain. Yeah, I can stop here. That's 15. It's 25 here. And even though I know it'll just do half, I'll do a vicious mocker and descent.
Okay.
Right. So it deals 1, but it has disadvantage? No? Hold on.
That one is going to hit, so yeah. It is going to do 1 damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah. That leaves her.
That'll bring us to Sizzlewick. Sizzlewick's going to try to recharge. They're going to fail. They are going to take a shot at the one to the right that's already damaged. They're going to go for another Sapping Sting. They are going to fail that save. So 3 damage. This guy falls prone. Brings us to the fire newt. He is going to be dashing this way. Bringing us to this one, who is going to step up. He has 15 feet of movement, so he's moving this way and attacking Torquil. That is a 23 and a 20, both of them managing to hit.
Yep.
For a total of 7 slashing damage to Torquil.
Alright.
There's another problem.
Oh, goody.
You'll see a creature made of lava. They're on the way. They make it about there.
Ooh.
Brings us to Toshinori. Toshinori is going to try to hold the line as best as he can. He's going to get some healing. Taking him back up to full. He is going to lash out at the one that is down, using Great Weapon. Does a 19. He is going to hit, dealing 25 damage. That one's still standing. Toshinori looks to you as if to tell you to back off, Torkril, and he'll hold the line before running. Torkril.
Oh, we're running?
Everybody else is.
Alright.
At least Ruben and Lunaretta was. Sizzlewick and Xerxes haven't yet.
Alright, well, Torquil ain't gonna go run without doing some damage, so Torquil will recklessly. You know, he's not gonna reckless this time. So let me just get rid of that doom symbol. There you are. He's going to attempt to attack the guy, the lava monster right in front of him.
Gotcha.
For 8
He
damage.
is going to sidestep the blow. You whistling past as they use their scimitar as a brace to stop the blow from coming back in on him.
And then Torquil will get the fuck out of there.
The three of them will all take attacks of opportunity against you.
That's fine.
It is a 16, a 13, and a 23. Two of them are going to cut into you, dishing out a total of 7 damage.
Alright. That's it for Torquil.
As another golem comes sprinting into the room. Merlin is going to try to take a shot at the one in front. (17). He is going to hit, do 4 force damage. That brings us to this golem here, who is going to manage to break through the line and start attacking Toshinori. First one's going to miss with a 9. Second one's a 16 as Toshinori manages to block both blows. Brings us to this guy here, who is going to take a dash. You're just going to walk out here. You're going to spit fire at Toshinori. Do. Toshinori needs a dex save. 14. He's going to dodge it. Only take 4 damage. Ruben.
Okay. So quick question about the environment. You said that the ceiling was crumbling. Is it only in the space where the shadow mark?
It's not crumbling yet, but it's massively cracked. Further damage would start a collapse.
Okay. And if it collapsed, would only fall into that space, or
You don't know.
would
There's a chance it could collapse a lot more. Because this is an old ceiling.
Ruben will still say what he's gonna say then. He's going to seeing the cracked ceiling, and knowing that it's just like one good blow away from falling inward. He's going to look back to Torquil and say, "Torquil, you got the explosive. As soon as Toshinori clears it, bring down the ceiling."
You hear Merlin in the background. We still don't know it's an explosive.
It's something dangerous. It's something fiery, and at the best, and I'm hopeful.
Can't hurt to try.
And Ruben is going to hold an action. As soon as Toshinori and Torquil clear the way and get past him, he will lash out at anything that's anything that comes at the group and take a swing at them.
Alrighty, so you're preparing your action there?
Yep.
Alrighty. That's going to bring us to one of the newts. They are stepping forward, surrounding Toshinori. They are going to attack him. There's an 18 and a 21, both given flanking to get even higher. Toshinori is going to take 2 and 3 damage for a total of 5. Bringing us to this one, who's going to attack Toshinori as well. Flashing out their scimitar. That's a 17 and a 21. They don't have flanking. That's going to be 1 damage. Bringing us to this guy, as he is going to shift past, going after Torquil. Torquil, no, you didn't hold an action. Ruben did. As he is going to lash out with his blade. That is an 18 and a 15. Both of those hit. You are going to take 7 slashing damage, Torquil.
Alright.
Which brings us to Doot. Doot's in the back. Dootin' over there, hoping y'all come this way. Brings us to this guy. He is going to stand up. He is going to take his disadvantage attack at Toshinori. It's an 8. Second attack. It's an 11. Both of them miss. This Toshinori is blocking the myriad of attacks on him. Xerxes. You see Toshinori is getting pushed back.
I still have another spell slot. I could totally shatter the exact same spot. But I fear for Toshinori. I'm going to scream for him to move. And then I'm going to ready my action. I'm going to do a shatter. I'm going to use the same token. I'm just moving it down to show you where I want it. I'm going to do it here when he clears the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to take... Actually, you know what? Nah, I'll just stay where I am. And that's it for my
Alright.
turn.
Lunaretta.
I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't have any great spells, so you know what? Yeah, I'll just do another vicious mockery.
Against.
The suit, I guess.
Also, I should put this
And
guy is bloodied.
enough.
But you're getting that one in the front?
Yep.
And you're approaching?
10, 15. I'm sorry?
And you're getting closer? He is going to save against you.
Okay.
Do you find it hard for the magic to take hold?
Okay. And gosh, should we agree on a rally point?
We should probably get back towards Duke just so Toshinori has room to run.
And there you go. And that'll be my turn.
Gotcha. Merlin goes with you. Merlin can no longer see. That brings us to Sizzlewick. Sizzlewick's going to try a recharge. Still going to fail. They're going to take a shot at the one, the most injured one still, trying to bring them down. That is going to be a 15. They're going to succeed against them. Sizzlewick is then going to fall back. That brings us to this guy here who gets his reaction, who is going to lash out at Toshinori, getting flanking from one of the 7 enemies that are surrounding Toshinori. That is going to be a 15 and a 9. Toshinori is still holding. This guy is running up into here, blocking Toshinori's exit. They are going to lash out. 2. That is a 20 and a 23. Both of them are going to catch, dealing a total of 5 damage to Toshinori. Brings us to another golem. So this one comes dashing down this way. Toshinori is too surrounded to fully be able to disengage, as he is now locked. He can't get back. The one space he could do is being blocked by the absolute abysmal number of people. So Toshinori is going to try to find a way to break free, attacking it to the north. He did not fall, so you're not going to use Great Weapon. You are still going to get the hit in, though, dealing 14 damage. You are going to manage to get a kill on him, which then Toshinori is going to use his bonus action. Oh, Toshinori, you're in trouble. He is going to attack the one behind him. He is going to hit again, doing 12 slashing damage, which is going to bloody this guy, but not kill him. Toshinori, you have how much movement? 30 feet. 5, 15, 25, 30. As Toshinori manages to get there, but he gets all of the attack of opportunities. Toshinori is about to get wailed on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And 1. Alrighty. That's gonna miss. That's gonna hit. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. Toshinori actually managed to block most of the attacks. He is gonna take. That is 8, 11, 5 in slashing, 4 in fire, and he manages to get there.
And Ruben is going to say to Xerxes, he's clear. Drop it.
I'm looking forward to them.
Alrighty. Do, do, do. They all need a save. All but 2 of them are going to succeed. This newt here is going to take 16. This guy here is going to take 16 as well.
And do the golems have disadvantage?
No. I don't think so. They have stone, but that's not their main material. They're lava.
So it's an inorganic material.
Yeah, but it's water, which wouldn't really do as much. If it was more stone, it would give disadvantage, but not for that guy. Because he's wearing it effectively like armor. Alrighty, so who's bloodied now? You are bloodied. You are bloodied, and that's it. Okay. As y'all see a problem, the ceiling starts to cave in. I need a dex save from both Torquil and Toshinori.
Advantage?
Yes, you would have advantage.
19.
Thank goodness.
Toshinori, on the other hand, nearly gets crushed, forcing him forward as he is not going to make it. As Toshinori ends up in here. Orkril, you are still going to get hit by some of it. Orkril, you are going to take a total of... That is not on the layer I want it on. You stop that. You are going to take a total of 33 damage halved, bringing it down to 15, 16 damage.
I'm still alive with 2 hit points.
Okay.
So I basically get half buried by this shit.
Yeah, you managed to pull yourself out, though.
As I pull myself off and dust myself off, well, it looks like we're not going that way. Now, I believe someone mentioned the rest.
Wait, what about Toshinori? He's still buried in that.
Yeah, we got to get him out.
Wait, I thought Torstory got out of there.
He did not.
Uh-uh.
A rock hit behind him, but he got low, so he got forced forward into the rubble. You can see
shit.
it is getting worse where you're standing right now.
Oh,
Torkril,
shit.
it is your turn to move.
Torkel will take a step. I'll take a step back to get out of the damage area. What the hell do we do now?
You
We
can see
can't
the
leave him
cracks
in
are
the-
spreading. This hallway is about to collapse that you're standing in.
All right. Look, hopefully he survives, but we got to get out of here. And Torkel starts pushing Robin towards the exit of the hallway.
No, I'm not leaving him, but
Either we all die together, or we survive enough that we can save him. We got to go.
Ruben bites his lip as he forces himself backward.
Torkril, where are you moving to?
I'm pushing him straight down the hallway towards Sizzlewick.
Okay. So you're effectively grappling him and moving him back. So you'd be able to move 15 feet.
Okay. Oh, right. So I move. Okay. So first I was here. Then I moved that 10 feet, and then I grabbed hold of Ruben, chucked him underneath my arm, and moved him however far I can move with him.
Half movement.
So I'd pretty much be right there with Ruben kicking out from under my arm.
Merlin is immediately going to jump off Lunaretta, running to assist Sizzlewick as they start casting spells at the roof, attempting to steady it as much as they can. Ruben.
He looks back to the rubble. Is Toshinori at least visible in it, or?
No.
Then he hardens his heart a little bit as he yells out to Xerxes, "Follow down the hallway. We gotta get to safety." And he will start moving towards the safe room off to the left.
Gotcha. And that brings us to Dude, who is immediately going to fly over here. Dude is going to cast a spell He is going to cast a first level Cure Wound spell with some extra stuff. You get 12, 16, 20, 23 HP back, Torquil. And that dude's moving off that way.
It's 23.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that please be up to 25.
That brings us to Xerxes. What are you doing?
Doesn't look like I got much choice. I'm gonna go like, yeah, seems about right. I'm gonna go right here,
Gotcha.
and that's it.
Lunaretta.
I'm gonna pop out to look. I don't see anything there. There's no enemies there anymore at all.
I mean, none of them made it through. They were
Aye.
all in the collapse.
He's just gonna whistle and kind of go, well, it looks like you dealt with them pretty handily, and that'll be your turn.
Gotcha. It's
It's not over yet.
Sizzlewick's trying to barricade the ceiling as much as she can with the assistance of Merlin as more and more of the ceiling comes crashing down. You also see just in front of you, Reuben, that trap gets triggered when rocks slam into it. Torquil, I need another save from you. You are.
Oh wait, this is it.
Oh, you have advantage this time, so you're still okay. Somewhat. As it comes slamming down, you are only just able to dodge back, as you are going to take more rock damage. So you are going to take 41 down to 20. As these rocks are coming down hard and heavy.
And I'm back down to 5.
But it looks like Sizzlewick and Merlin are starting to get that solidly covered. As that brings us out of the combat.
Well, fuck me sideways.
You see Merlin and Sizzlewick are still working to keep any more of it from collapsing. It'll likely be a while before either of them can do much of anything.
Reuben has fallen to his knees. He has a look of despair on his face as he looks in the direction of where Toshinori was. Damn it. Damn it!
You shouldn't blame yourself, Ruben. He
No,
was
I
a
should.
war.
This was my idea.
Hey, we all decided to come down this way. It's all our faults.
I mean, there may be a very slim chance that he got caught off on the other side. We don't know that, but
Hey,
yeah, Tarkle.
Torquil will turn to Sizzlewick and Merlin. Oh, any chance we can tunnel our way through this? How stable is it?
They cannot speak. They are actively casting spells to stop the spread of those cracks because they are trying. You can actively see both of them chanting spells, and they're doing it fast.
Whose bloody idea was it that was the cast shatter in this old decrepit place?
Yeah, that was me. My bad.
No,
What were you thinking, man, mate?
Hey, Ruben said cave. Ruben said cave the place. So
don't blame Xerxes. This was all my fault. I I did that loud attack and drew them all in. I told you to throw the explosive at the well, what we think is an explosive up at the ceiling. This is all my fault. I won't deny that.
Well, let's just put a pause on the blaming game, and at least for now, count our blessings. This seems like a very ample opportunity for us to catch a breather. I think we should save all the time mourning for Toshinori when we are out of harm's reach.
Unrata. Lass. This is no time to be talking about rest. We gotta see if we can find a way to get to him. Feeling more knackered than ever before, but even I need to know. I need to know whether that pooch is still alive or not.
All right, and are we all in? I mean, we're running low on healing spells. Do you think we can keep going if we meet even more opposition?
Realistically, no. I think we're fucked 6 ways from Sunday. We gotta try.
We may be low on spells, but he may be low on air. If if his lungs can even like pump air into him after all that.
Do we have something of an estimation of where he was when the rocks fell?
Roughly around this point, I believe. I don't know if he got pushed backward or forward from there, but
You saw him
that's
get
where
hit right at the base of the neck and in the shoulders, which shoved him forward. And with the rocks moving, he couldn't turn the momentum back in time. So if he's alive, he would have had to have darted forward into the mess of the front.
So there's a chance.
He's
So you're
going to be
saying there's a chance.
surrounded by enemies if he's still there.
All right. So, what would be the quickest way to reach him? Go all the way around or dig from here?
Well, based on what it seemed like in that big room, and based on the way this place seems to be laid out, we could go back around to where those fire elementals were and hope to the gods that there's a door that leads over there. B, try to dig through this mess of rubble, which by the way, the two magic ones are trying to keep this from collapsing down further. Probably ain't stable. Or C, we could try going through one of the walls of the other rooms. I think that storeroom might be connected.
Hmm.
It'll be a hassle for B and C, and for A, there's a good chance of death.
Uh, I think we should probably take our chances with the least risky one. What do you think, Ruben?
Ruben stands himself back up and looks hard at the rubble as he says, "Time is of the essence. The way
Well,
back around, it we don't even know if it connects or not." And he looks to Sizzlewick and Merlin like, rapidly casting spells to hold back the literal tide of rubble.
You see they are burning through magic. They're not going to be very offensively capable at the end of this.
Yeah, they're doing all they can just to hold back the tide. That only leaves us with option 3.
Well, there's always there's also the less savory option of taking a rest and getting ourselves back up to full fiddle. But I don't think anyone wants to do that. And CC, I think this would be a perfect time for my gambler ability.
Okay, roll it.
We have 3 options. We have 4 options ahead of us, and it is at your discretion. But which would you think is the best one, or which would I think is the best one?
There's a couple things. You know, in a place like this, with as much magic, those walls are probably magically enhanced, at least to a degree. They'd be hard to break through.
Mm-hmm.
If you go the other path, going around, you don't know if there's a path that way, but you know there's elementals, and it looked like it was getting hotter down that way. So you think there's probably more of them that way. And this rubble is going to take forever to shift. It is a lot of really heavy rocks.
How long do you think it would take, though? Realistically, how many hours or days would it take?
Multiple days if you want to try to get through that, because you've got a lot of rock to get through. It's going to be, and you're looking at heavy stone, heavy stone, and you're looking at least 40 feet of rock, if not more. And you don't even know if Toshinori would have survived, because there had been more rock falling on the other side. He could have just been crushed.
You know, maybe it's one of those skyscraper situations where like someone gets trapped, but the rubble around them kept them from being completely killed.
Might have. But there's no way to know for certain. There's another issue that you remember. There's a fight going on outside still.
Yeah, we did just block off the path to that shit.
That's not the fight I'm referring to. Do remember Xerxes' familiar was murdered.
Oh, right.
And y'all heard what y'all believe. Based on Xerxes' description, Bonnie's out there fighting.
Fuck, I completely forgot about that. But yeah,
there is a team at the entrance guarding, but y'all also have the original gate you have to deal with. There isn't a best option. They're all pretty shit options at this point.
There's no there. My instincts are telling me there's none of these are a good idea. Hell, we still have to address the shit that's going down with Bonnie outside. There's just too much going on right now. Oh, it's Chiron.
Hi, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
Toshinori might be dead.
Yeah,
You came in at the best possible, worst possible time.
Wasn't me.
I've come to listen in.
Well, we caved in one of the hallways by accident. Well, not by accident. It was.
Oh, I
Get
know.
brought up to speed. Continue on.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? There are the options, and quite frankly, that none of them are good.
Let me pause real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, after that quick break, we have decided we are going to end it here so the party can try to figure out what they want to do next. For everybody listening, I thank you for joining us, and I hope you come back to see if the dear werewolf, Toshinori, has survived or if Nimi's going to murder the party. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Leave him alone for 3 hours.
It wasn't me.
Peace.